How about you stay a while and watch this video? Oh man, I cracked myself up. If you're on crack, does that mean you crack yourself up? Mind blown. While loops are well suited for tasks that execute repeatedly as long as a certain condition is met. Kind of like girlfriends. They'll supply you with love and kisses as long as you take out the trash and don't leave the toilet seat up. A while loop executes the code inside its body so long as a condition is true. Let's write a while loop to do exactly what we did in the for loop video. Let's declare a var I equals 1 while I is less than 6. Man, I probably should have had my other code here too. We're gonna need a nice int 0, I don't know, and we'll do a nice int plus equal 1, we'll increment it, print a nice int. What does this do? We set I equal to 1 right there. And it's going to check, is I less than 6? And if it is, it's going to execute this block and increment I. Then it's going to return to the top of the while loop and check to see, again, if I is less than 6. And if it is, it's going to keep iterating. And if it's not, it's going to quit that stuff. We declared I as a variable because the condition that is being evaluated, I is less than 6, has to be able to change. While loops keep going as long as the condition is true. So the condition for a while loop is checking for some kind of state that will eventually change at some point. Otherwise, if it doesn't ever change and is always true, we're going to get stuck in an infinite loop, and those are the freaking devil. They'll go on forever and ever, like a girlfriend who nags you about taking out the trash. While loops are dank for when the number of iterations the loop will pass through is unknown. For example, imagine we are programming a racing game where a car is continually driving as long as there are other cars on the road. There are various external factors that may lower or increase the amount of cars on the road, so the exact number of iterations can't be known. But if the amount of cars on the road have a value greater than 0, your car is going to keep driving. It looks something like, while cars on the road is greater than 0.
Keep driving, print. Keep driving.
That's basically it. We don't have this guy, so it's probably going to get mad. That's alright though. Swift also has something called a repeat while loop. And you may be familiar with a do while loop if you're coming from some other language that isn't as important. Oh! I'm just kidding. The difference between a while and repeat while loop is when they evaluate their condition. The while loop evaluates its condition before stepping into the loop. This means while loops, they know. They know what's up. They have the potential to never execute because if the condition is false, then who cares? Don't run the loop. But the repeat while loop executes its loop at least once and then it evaluates the condition. So here's the syntax. It'd be a repeat.
Keep driving. While. I probably could have just done this.
While cars on the road. And the line print keep driving right here is executed first. Then the repeat loops condition is evaluated to determine whether the loop should continue iterating. Thus, the repeat while loop ensures that the car gets to keep driving at least once, which is kind of nice. The repeat while loop is an optimist. It avoids depressing the user because what if your freaking car is generated, right? You start the game, your car is generated, and for some weird reason, all the cars on the road explode and there aren't any cars on the road anymore. So when you start the game, you can't even freaking drive and it's game over before it even starts. Or there's one other car on the road and you spawn on top of it, and both of you blow up and the game's over because there's no longer any cars on the road. That would also be pretty freaking depressing. So shout out to repeat loops for not being depressing AF. As fudge. So please subscribe, and if I don't catch you in the next video, you're gonna catch these hands, boy. I swear to